Okay, let's see if this works. We are 1 minute in towards 3 o'clock p.m. EST. And we are almost ready to start today's stream. So I want to thank all of you for coming along with us. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see this. I just want to say that if you don't want to miss any upcoming videos or streams that I may do in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ding that notification bell so that people will notify you. People will notify you. I don't know. It's people will notify you. Maybe it's like some sort of, I think it's some sort of computerized thing where they send emails to you whenever I upload a new video. But anyway, it is 3 o'clock p.m., which means we are starting the very first YouTube live stream in the history of the drawing life. I want to welcome you personally to the show. I'm your host Ian, and we are doing the live stream for the first time, which means we cannot accept outtakes here, so I'm kind of nervous, but yeah, because that means I have to do everything in like one take. I can't I don't know, someone's in the chat, tell me if you can actually pause the live stream or leave a comment if you're watching this after. But if you can pause the stream and then come back to it later, like, or something like that, and cut, like, edit away things, please let me know. But anyway, let's get straight into whatever we're doing here today. We are gonna do an Inktober 2018 Inktober drawing, the very last one. I'm so excited because I have finished all 30 drawings. Not all, there was 31 drawings, and there's 31 word prompts as well. Here is a quick look at my Inktober sketchbook. What I am basically doing is I'm gonna give you just a quick flip through. I'm gonna do a full sketchbook tour. I think that'll be like on Monday or something like that. Today will be considered Thursday's video, but anyway, these are all the drawings I've made with the Inktober prompts that I'm doing. So so I'm following the Inktober prompts here. Let's say that like this one is this drawing I've made here is called Cruel. Then there's this one that says whale, that is guarded, and then I'm just flipping through this real quick. I'm gonna explain like my process and stuff in another video. But the main point of this is to complete the 31st drawing live. I'm gonna make this really huge Inktober drawing, and also explain a little bit of my process, my thinking behind it. And today's today's word prompt is slice. So yes, we are going to create that. And we're also, because I am doing a live stream, it means that there will be like certain times where I will like pause. There will be awkward silences where I'm drawing, because there's gonna be no time lapse involved. This is like one thing where it is, and we are live on YouTube. Let me just make sure I am live on YouTube. I'll maybe be making a complete fool of myself. I think I'm like 3 minutes in or something. Let's just turn on the sound here. Yeah. One thing where it is. Yep. So we are live. So so everybody, I think everybody can see. We are public. So let me just make sure one more time. I'm gonna go to Chrome, just open one that I'm signed out on, and let me just make sure that I can actually see what I'm doing here. In the signed out one. Yep, we are live. So okay, let's begin today's drawing. I'm just gonna actually take out this that I made yesterday. This is like a Copic chart thing. I'm gonna pick some colors out of here. Today's word is slice, and I've been thinking a lot about this last drawing that I'm gonna be making. And I think that I'm gonna put my best, very best ever, more effort than I've ever put into any of my other Inktober drawings. So any of my Inktober drawings ever. So I'm just gonna do that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try to blend two medias together too. I'm gonna use some color pencil. Here's a set of color pencils that I have around here. Oops, knocking the camera here. Knocking the camera, and then see, this is one of the things I do when I'm actually filming it. But when the only difference is I can stop and retake certain things, right? Well, anyway, we're gonna continue. I'm gonna mix two medias together, maybe some marker here. I have my entire marker collection here. I'm gonna do some swatching live as well, and if you have any questions, just ask in the chat. Let's see, nobody's in the chat yet. Nobody's really watching this. 1 or 2 people, I believe. And I'm just gonna, sorry about the audio fading backwards here because I'm gonna do some swatching too, just to make sure I got the correct colors. I'm going to do a cake, a slice of cake. I think that's what I'm gonna try to do here. Like, you know, the cake, and then there's like Inktober, celebrating 31st day of Inktober 2018. I think it was like the 11th year or something, celebrating 10 or 11 years since 2009, so 9 years, I think. Bad math there. How was I doing my math there? Anyway, I'm going to take out, let's take E30, well, I'm just gonna zoom so you can actually see what I'm doing here. E33, let's see how well this works in a cake. If not, I am probably gonna take some of the yellow ones. If you're in the chat right now, just tell me what I should, which color I should, what type of cake I should draw. I don't know. Maybe this will make for a little bit too brown. So let me sorry about the shadow here. Let's just take Y02. This is canary yellow. Y02. Love the autofocus here. But let's just put that in. Maybe this. I think this is a great color for cake. Let's just put C. What we will do with the frosting. I also have a great array of pens here that I can choose from, all the different tips. So yeah, we are going to try that. But this is. I'm just swatching colors here to see that this is the first part of my process. Swatching colors to see what colors could possibly be used. And let's see what other colors in the cake. Maybe we could add some strawberries, so that would either be like R43 or R46 or something like that. Let's bring out the colors here. And like, yeah, I think these two could definitely be used for strawberries.
We are live on YouTube.
Whoops. See, this is what happens when I have the up next year, so I can make sure that I have the stream going and while I'm going. So yeah, and I'm just gonna swatch out these colors. This see, Copic's rolling away, and I'm just gonna this is whoops, look. Check this out. I got some Copic on the side, which is why I'm going to pull out the colorless blender. I received this colorless blender recently. It's pretty cool. I just washed it all away. Now I need to clean it up. And it's washed away. And not only that is washed away, but that is washed away too. So yeah, this could work really well for strawberries. Let me just try R43 as well. I think YouTube's live stream limit is 8 hours, so I'm definitely not gonna go 8 hours. I've gone like 8 minutes here already. Just explains it. Like let me just tell you something. If I went like 8 minutes like this I would just trash the video. It would be totally unacceptable. Wow, there's 3 people watching. There's 3 people watching chat right now. Not watching chat. They're in the chat. There's 3 people watching right now. So let's just I found colors for strawberries already. What other colors could be used? Let's just take another yellow. This is called acid yellow. I suppose this could sort of be used for cake. I'm not sure. I think the Y02, the canary yellow, would work a lot better. But anyway, these are some colors. I'm also gonna be doing some other slices around, maybe like a watermelon slice. I don't know. Let's just draw perhaps with just one cake for this video. But we will put all our effort into it as much as we can. And I'm gonna take out the sketchbook now, and then we are going to start the drawing. And I'm gonna do this all live, so you're gonna see me make mistakes. He makes mistakes. I didn't know he made mistakes. And then I'm just gonna start drawing. This is called a Dixon Ticonderoga pencil. I think it's like a really famous pencil out there. This is like they say it's like the world's #1 pencil. But anyway, this is a hard lead pencil. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm also gonna search up pictures of cakes. So I don't wing this, people. I just I don't look. Alright, searching up pictures of cakes. I'm not gonna. There's gonna be. I told you there's gonna be awkward pauses while I just do this. Let's see. Oh, this one looks nice. or that one. Let's just do that one. And I'm going to start with the basic outlines. I believe someone asked what yellow I was working with. I have a couple yellows here that I may use for my for this illustration, and ones that I was working with before, that was a Y08 acid yellow, and let me just show it right here, and Y02 canary yellow. So it's Y02 and Y08 that we'll be working with later in the coloring process. But I believe yeah, that's basically all I will be using with the yellows. I'm not gonna go too dark or too light. I think I also have a lighter yellow that I can use to blend too. This cake is looking pretty bad at the moment, but we will make it look better later. And I'm also putting it a little bit down, so. I'm drawing the midsection of the cake now, where the cake splits into two parts. I'm gonna make this a pretty tall cake here. Make the side frosting. When I begin my drawings, I usually just go through them fairly quickly. Let's just draw. I just go through the rough drawings really quickly, and later in the pencil sketch. Well, you know, in most of my videos, I would usually begin with a little bit of this, a little bit of real time. Then I'm going to go into time lapse. So a lot of that drawing part is usually time lapse. Oh, I see chat now. I can see chat in my encoder here, and in my camera. Let me just move this Copic, this is my marker storage case, back a little, so that we can move this back a little and all of you can see better. So yeah, I thought I actually had to open my computer and look at the YouTube, actually the YouTube thing to take a look at what chat is saying here, but I do not. The encoder tells me, and we're going on 12 minutes here, and I'm hoping to for this live stream. I don't know why, it just feels like a lot of streams go over an hour for some reason. I think there are many types of live streams out there, and I'm new to this whole live that they are doing, and I believe so. And then right now what I'm doing, I'm basically just doing a rough sketch of what it may look like in the end. When I ink, I always find that when I ink something, especially like you know, let me see if I can find something for you here of through my old drawings. And I always find that the inking of the drawing will always, here, take this is an inked drawing from some time ago, July I believe it was. This is a manga anime illustration, and I always find that the inking looks a lot different than what the pencil sketch looks like, usually because I'm you know, sort of drawing it a second time, and nothing really looks. Let's see if I could find oh, here we go. Like, here's an old rough of a Stitch illustration, a Lilo and Stitch I did, and it turned out like that. So yeah, I think rough sketches and inks look a lot better. And that, by the way, that didn't turn up in the final video. That rough sketch of Stitch I just showed you. Yeah. It was like a planning phase. I was just preparing for a video. Oops, camera shaking, and maybe I need to move this up a little bit more, and you can see my paper like that. All right. Let's see. I may do more live streams in the future. I don't know, but this is actually pretty fun from what I'm seeing here. I'm live And hopefully I can also pick a better time in the future. Maybe like a Saturday will work better. But today is October 31st, the last day of Inktober, so that's why I'm doing especially for this. And let's add some strawberries now onto the top of the cake. Let's also add a glob of frosting here. Now you can see just how slow my process is, and I'm glad it's slow. Like if I did it fast, I'm usually, I have to admit, I'm a pretty impatient artist. I want things to come out really soon. Like my inking, sometimes I just fly through it, which isn't really a good habit. So in this drawing, I'm trying to go as slow as I possibly can, and you're saying, whoa, if that is slow, which you're going pretty fast here, then what's your fast? I'd like to see some sort of thing coming up here. Yeah. And I'm just drawing some strawberries here, and definitely gonna look a lot better, hopefully when I finish. I'm just doing like a rough sketch again. If anybody has joined, let's just see how many is watching. There's 2 people watching now. On 16 minutes now. I remember one time when I did a video that was like, I think it was like the beach scene video. I wonder if any of you remember that video. That video was like 25 minutes, and I tried exporting it with my editor, my video editor, which by the way is Premiere Pro, and I couldn't. It just kept crashing. And lesson learned: I cannot really make a video through past 25 minutes. That's just way too long. So I've been really trying to shorten my videos nowadays, but with this live stream I can go as long as I want, and it's also in one take, so that I guess that's sort of a catch. You know, I think the chat, sorry, not the chat, the live stream, the actual live stream is a little bit delayed. I can see what people are watching here. Let's take a look at my live dashboard here. I can see what people are watching here, and I think it's a little bit delayed. Like I'm speaking something. I'm in the future right now. What you're watching, people, is technically in the past, because I said it like 10 seconds ago. What you're hearing on the chat for some reason, not chat, sorry, I keep saying chat, but what you're hearing on if you're watching the live stream right now, I think you're like seeing something that I said like 10 seconds ago. So it's sort of delayed, but it doesn't matter. It's still technically live. So I'm just flying through some quick strokes here, going a little bit faster. Now that I've finished that, I'm gonna continue working on the frosting up here. And I suddenly got the idea to work on 2 things that relate to slice. Maybe like a slice of maybe like an apple slice or something like that. And I'm wasting my time here with the shading, because this shading is going to be all erased away when I use my eraser and just erase everything. So I better stop right there. But I think I'm going to pull out the inking tools now. I've spent like 20 minutes on this rough sketch already. So, and of course, because this is a live stream, I want to spend as long as I want. Not as I want, but as long as I have to. I'm not being rushed by time today. And let's just move the camera up here to see which one of the pens I use. Let's just put that. See, let's pick again. Oh, my inking tends to be slower than my nowadays anyway. My inking tends to be slower than my sketching process. And there is some advertisement for the Pigma Micron pens. These are my favorite type of pens, the Pigma Micron. This is the 05 I'm using today, which is quite fine because I'm usually accustomed to using the 08 here. Let's turn the sketchbook around and see if we can find a drawing that was made with the 08. Here we go. Yesterday's really rather comedic drawing. I think this is like the most cartoon the most cartoonish one I've made since like that. So this was made with an 08. So yeah. But today I'm using an 05, and I've heard people talk about like how oops, the camera. Like I'm using the 03 today, which is like the really fine, and some people I have talked to, they just say, oh, the 08 is just so crazy thick. Like, why would you even use that? And I say, well, I can actually like manipulate. Here, let me just give you an example of what. Let's pull out an 08 here. This is a brand new one. This is not exactly brand new one, but anyway, I can sort of manipulate, especially when I can sort of vary the lines by just pressing a little bit more horizontally than like that. So yes, that's how I make the lines. That's how I can make thin lines and thick lines with the 08 when I want to. But today I'm a little. I just want to use the. I just want to use the 05. I wouldn't want to mess up on this, would I? Because I am live and I'm on air right now. And remember, if you want to ask any questions, you can. And flood the chat, people, if you are watching this. Trying a horrible strawberry here. I need to add some. Let's just add some leaves. We can experiment with more colors later. We're gonna continue with that inking. I feel like I'm time-lapse right now, but then every now and then I look at the camera, it's like, oh, I am live. People are actually looking at this. And I want to say a couple times when I was filming, I would accidentally press the video camera instead of the time-lapse camera, and then it would be like a 20-minute video exported onto my computer. I was like, oh my goodness, that's gonna take a long time to copy into my computer. And yeah. I feel like this because this is actually kind of getting kind of old. This 05, I've had it for a while, like already like half a year perhaps. I can't remember when I got it, but however I have been using it for a while, so which is why it's getting a little bit dry, yeah, so it's kind of forcing me to go sort of like out of my style basically. And I do want to ask the people, yeah, so feel free to answer this question. If when you use Pigma Microns, how long do they typically last before they start to get like, I don't know, like what's happening to me right now? How long does it typically last you? And if you can. Hold on, I'm going to the frosting right now. As you can see, I can still vary the lines quite a bit. I'm just kind of stressed out here because I really don't want to mess up here. And even this, see this? I'm starting to get quite sketchy with that plate scene. So yeah. Now I'm going to wait a little bit and see if anybody answers my question about the Pigma microns. And then what happens is, oh, it went from 1 watching now to 2 watching now. So, ooh. Who's watching this, I wonder. But anyway, if I'm just gonna wait for this ink to dry. Let me just show you if I can. I don't think I can find any old illustration or something like that that has I mean, sorry. Any illustration that has smudges due to me erasing like way too like fast, right? So yeah. So let's see here. I've gone for like 27 minutes now, and I think I don't normally wait a long time. There were a couple times when I did my videos that I have waited quite a long time. I mean, that was when when I first got the Pigma microns. I watched these videos. And they said that you have to wait for like 5 to 10 minutes with the Pigma micron, otherwise they'll smudge. But I have learned that you don't have to really wait like 5 to 10 minutes. You really don't have to. So yes, you can just wait like, I don't know. I didn't even wait like a full minute there. Maybe like a little bit more than a minute. I don't know. I'll have to go back to the chat. I mean, not the chat. Why do I keep saying chat here today? I'll have to after this is published. I'll just have to go back and see. See how long I actually waited. But yeah, anyway, I think it's time to get on with the Copic part of the drawing, which is bound to be fun. I'm gonna pick up my Y02. Let's go back to that picture of that I was looking at, and start with the Copic. This is starting to look a little bit like, you know, the drawings in a children's book, which I'm pretty happy with how this is going to turn out. I can see, usually when I create a drawing, I don't know what it's going to turn out like until I actually create it, and this is turning out pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. This is starting to look like, you know, the children's book kind of cakes that you see. Yeah. Then later I'm gonna come in with some colored pencil, maybe you know, add some shading to the end of it. Maybe I can add some texture to this ending. But what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to like add some very, let's just start off with some very light pink for the frosting. I don't know, make it go free with the colors. This is an RV00, I believe it is. An RV00. Let's just, you know, and for anybody out there who is wondering what RV means, I believe it's like red and violet at the same time or something like that. I'm just guessing. If the Copic channel is watching this, you know. I'm just you know, stroking the pen really, stroking the marker really fast so it can get like sort of like a gradient feel. Yeah. Then what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to start with the strawberry. Hopefully I don't mess this up completely. It doesn't look half bad. Oh no, see? I colored outside the strawberry. Hey, maybe it's gonna sort of be like him. Some strawberry frosting, who knows? We make happy accidents here, according to Bob Ross. Starting to get a little bit, I'm gonna go back to my RB00 and sort of like blend this out. Sort of like strawberries buried in there or something, kind of weird. Maybe I can use the colorless blender and make it look kind of cool. Colorless blender, where are you? Here we go. Colorless blender. I'm going to purposely do something that's gonna freak all of you out, but I'm gonna do. Oops, wrong side. I don't use the chisel side, remember? Bink. Whoops. Then I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm gonna wipe that all out on this. And it gets like that, right? So I'm gonna make this a little bit of a darker pink, which makes for pretty cool stuff. And I'm gonna go back to my strawberries here. Yep, so just happily coloring in the strawberry. And right now, go to let's take an RV21. Shouldn't be too bad. Oops, wrong side. Use a chisel. I don't use a chisel. Generate some kind of a thing here where it sort of fades out to pink. It's pretty cool. Now I'm gonna grab a little bit of a let's swatch again here. Bring out the piece of paper. You know what? I just want to say that I actually do have a piece of paper underneath here, so because the sketchbook that I'm using is by Strathmore Bristol, and even that Strathmore Bristol, which is supposed to be even thicker than this Georgia Pacific, it bleeds. So yeah, see, look at all that bleed through that I've done already, especially with that strawberry, especially when I blend. So. Let me just take a little bit of, let's see how dark this is going to be compared on a strawberry leaf. Nope, definitely not. We don't want that on a strawberry leaf. Spectrum green, I believe this is what it's called. Spectrum. A little bit better, but not going to work out. Let's put it back. Let's select another of my greens that might work. G24, I believe it is. I think that might work out. Okay, that's acceptable. G24 it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's slide that piece of paper back underneath. So, okay, I'm just gonna, dab a little bit. I don't want it going out of the page to look really weird, like some green stuff on that, like mold. And we're like, what is that? On the cake. People, don't eat this cake. It has green stuff on it. And it's like, relax, it's just Copic marker. And it's just a drawing. So that's done. And with that, I'm going to go back to my red marker now. One good way of like if your markers go out, It's a good way of using. It's sort of like setting it back a little. Spread. I think it doesn't completely get it out, but if you use the colorless blender, it will blend some of this part out. You know, but it does get some red, so we need to, you know, put that away. The last strawberry color. Let's see what else we can add to this little drawing here. Oh, right, we were talking about colored pencils. I'm going to just take out some colored pencils right here. Let's open this up and see what we have got here. Alright, let's sharpen that and see how it will work on top of the colored pencil. Take that away. With that, take out the swatching paper that I'm going to be using. And not bad. We could do that. We could use that. Just very, very lightly go on top of it. Add some texture. So it's sort of like a Copic marker with, you know,